We're here to talk about the big dance, March Madness. Oh my goodness, this has just been a crazy, crazy bracket this year. Upsets that no one saw coming. Let's get into it, everybody. Plus, we got ourselves an intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You already heard the intro. Welcome back to the one and only Allied Rivals podcast. My name is A.J. Herschel, and right here with me is my man, Caedmon Bauer. We are the Allied Rivals of the Allied Rivals podcast. How you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing great. It's March Madness time.
Yes, sir.
And it couldn't be better. This is the most exciting. Awesome. We'll talk about it later, but this is the most exciting March Madness ever.
Oh, my
AJ,
goodness.
How you doing, man?
Good. I just got out from hanging out outside for a while, so I'm like, all my adrenaline is still going and everything, but I'm doing well. I'm doing well so far. Just going to get busy with a whole bunch of school stuff soon, but like you said, oh my goodness, March Madness is absolutely crazy. And don't worry, we haven't neglected NFL free agency as well. We will get to that eventually, but there's still picks being made. There's still trades coming up, but there is something real impressing right now, and that is March Madness. Caedmon, I say we jump right into it. You ready for this?
Let's do it. Yes,
Let's do it. So, this is Upset City. We talk a lot about Panic City. This is Upset City. Abilene Christian, Loyola, Oregon State, UCLA. This is maybe the craziest bracket we've ever seen. And then, of course, we'll talk about probably the biggest upset of all of them in a second. But Caedmon, why do you think this is happening? I don't know if statistically this has been more upsets than normal, but the seeds, Oregon State at 12, Syracuse at 11, and of course our boys at 15, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But still, why do you think it's going like this so far?
I don't know. Maybe COVID. I don't know. I felt like this was going to be a year where, and I was talking with my dad about this, where it would be like all the best teams just destroy, or it would just be a million upsets, and we see which one it is. Why? Maybe less practice time, that's one thing, but also certain teams haven't been able to be together the whole time, like getting split up for health or injuries, whatever it might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, number one, I think like the biggest thing was Virginia. When I saw them go out, I was just immediate thought was, oh yeah, they didn't get to practice for a week because of COVID. So that one made sense
AJ,
to me. Yeah.
It might be me, but you might be muted. I'm not sure. Are you muted?
I don't think so. Caedmon, talk. I will be back.
This is very strange, but maybe you audience can hear AJ. I cannot. So AJ Herschel will be coming back very shortly.
I'm back. So apparently He's
good. Back and I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, we were good on the stream. We're all right. Internet stuff happens. Good. Yeah. So as I was saying, Virginia was definitely the one that made the most sense to me when they lost to Ohio. When you don't get to practice for a week, stuff like that happens. But then other than that, and honestly, the entire west side of bracket has been a little bit boring for the most part. I mean, VCU getting eliminated because of COVID. Creighton, granted, survived over UC Santa Barbara, but Gonzaga's dominating. And I mean, I predicted USC to knock off Kansas, so that wasn't super surprising to me. But I think it's just been a crazy, crazy bracket. Oregon over Iowa was also a big one, but yeah, I think COVID's definitely one. And the teams with injuries, a lot of them have been really hanging in there, like Michigan losing one of their star players, but they're still dancing as well. And, of course, you know I'm excited about Loyola Chicago, man. Look, my bracket's busted with Illinois gone. I do not care. I am going for Loyola all the way. I'm so excited for them. They're experienced. They're better. I'm so happy for them. Lightning Bauer is back saying, hey guys, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let us know, what have you thought so far about this insane, crazy year? I know on our bracket challenge, you've got Michigan going all the way to the big dance. So let us know how you're doing over there. And while we're here, let's just go ahead and give a shout out right now to our bracket, Mr. William, who is currently number 1 in the Allied Rivals bracket challenge with 88 points. He's already lost Ohio State and Oklahoma State in his final four, in Oklahoma State in his championship, but he still has the Zags and Bama as well. So he is in the hunt for points. Congratulations for reaching it this far. And in terms of points, who's got the most to gain, I believe Sovereign Bracket is number 1 with 112 points remaining, and his name is Grogu, picking Baylor with 109. They are both still in the bracket challenge as well in terms of most points to gain. Be on the lookout. Congratulations to everyone who's done so far. I'm pretty sure our brackets are busted, dude. We're done.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
I beat AJ though. Yes.
You did. You probably will. Probably. It ain't over, but probably.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to another topic. You and I, we both got love in the Big Ten. You know, I love Illinois and Northwestern. You love Wisconsin. But there's been a running theme. The Big Ten has kind of tanked. This was the conference with 9 teams in bracket, and now they're down to 1. That is Michigan. What is going on with them, Cade? What do you think? Is it the matchups? Are teams just outplaying them? What do you think's going on?
I mean, I think some of it's definitely matchups for sure. But honestly, not sure. Like, a lot of these teams were looking really good, and I thought I picked some of them to go somewhat far. And as you said, Michigan. I mean, I had Michigan. I want to say I had them in my Final Four. I can't remember exactly. It doesn't matter, but. Yeah, Michigan has been really impressive because they've had some injuries, and they're still going. Everyone else, all the other teams, I don't know what's up. I mean, with Wisconsin, they lost to Baylor, which they are arguably like one of the best or the best, and others, I don't know. I just don't know what's happening.
Yeah, the one that shocked me the most was definitely Loyola over Illinois, because, I mean, Illinois, they're just stacked with great players. Number 1, Io and Kofi come to the top of your head, obviously, but Loyola just played such good defense. They played great defense. They didn't turn the ball over. They made steals, and Cameron Crutwig down low with almost 20 points, 19 points in the game. He was impeccably good. Loyola is just a good, well-rounded team for the most part, and I think that was the reason that they got their upset. Of course, Michigan is a 1 seed. I thought for sure that they were going to win a couple of games at least, and I mean, Rutgers upset Clemson, but I mean, 7-10s aren't exactly going to headline everything. But Ohio State, North Texas knocking off Purdue. I mean, I didn't see any of these coming, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't either. I had Purdue going. Like what, Elite 8 or something?
I think so, yeah.
Knocking off Wisconsin or Baylor, and just went out and ruined my whole bracket. Come on. Better.
Absolutely crazy. One other conference that's been making big names has been the Pac-12. A lot of people weren't really high on them going in, but now they've got USC and Oregon in the Sweet 16. UCLA coming off wins over BYU, and Abilene Christian are the headliners. And then the Pac-12 champs, who just won't stop dancing, the Beavers of Oregon State, knocking off Tennessee, thank you, and Cade Cunningham and OK State. What is up with this conference, man? I think wow, underrated.
Yeah, underrated for sure. That's the word. I mean, Oregon, I did not see them knocking off Iowa. I thought Iowa was just so overpowered that they wouldn't be stopped by, I mean, I guess by an Oregon team. Other teams, I don't know what's up, man. I mean, USC, I could see them going far, maybe, but UCLA, other teams, dude, what is up? I don't know, AJ. I can't answer that one.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I think with UCLA, I think first of all, if they're fortunate enough to get to play Abilene Christian, which no disrespect to them, I got to watch the end of that Abilene Christian Texas game. They earned that victory, man. Abilene Christian fought till the last second and deserved to get there, but then they just got overpowered by UCLA. UCLA also had the benefit of being able to play BYU, but this is also a team that had to play in the first four and knock off Michigan State, another Big Ten team that lost. So for them, I think it's just their will to win and just not back down, but they go up against an incredibly offensive Alabama team, and I think it's over for them this week. USC, Oregon, one of them is going to make it for sure. So I mean that one I think is anyone's game. That one's going to be absolutely crazy. And then you get down to Oregon State, who definitely could beat Loyola Chicago, but I don't think they will. And I'm not just saying that because I'm going for Loyola Chicago. Loyola is so well rounded, but granted, Oregon State is getting hot when it matters. So really, anything could happen at this point.
Yeah. All right, well.
Can we talk about him now?
Let's talk about
him. Can we talk about 2 words? Oral Roberts, the heroes of March Madness and sports in general. Oh, man. Caedmon, talk. Dude, they are stunning the world.
If there was any 2 seed, like the last 2 seed I would pick to lose would be Ohio State. I had never heard of Oral Roberts. I did a little bit of research, and I mean they're not like a huge school, and I mean no one expected this. I know one person that predicted that game correctly because they hate Ohio State.
I love that.
And that is all.
I love them.
And they didn't predict them going any farther against Florida, which I'm sure you are happy Florida is out of there.
Yes.
And I'm guessing, I mean, I don't care too much because I don't hate Florida with a burning passion like you do, but I'm sure you're just insanely excited, AJ.
You have no idea, man. Oral Roberts are my heroes. First of all, they take out Ohio State, the most annoying college sports franchise in the history of the world. Then they take out my arch nemesis of Florida. Oral Roberts, I love you guys. You are forever immortalized in my head as the team who just will not stop dancing. And please, I know there has never been a 15 seed get this far since FGCU. If you guys can knock off Arkansas, please do. That's another SEC rival for me gone. And Arkansas, I do not care about them at all, but I am pumped for Oral Roberts, man. They can make the Elite Eight. The Golden Eagles play great basketball. They play great defense. And on offense, they're so consistent. And from 3, they can be so good. They get so hot at sometimes from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
Oral Roberts, man. They are so good. I'm so excited for them.
Yeah. I think you hit it on the head. And I think that if they have another game where they start out just killing the threes, they beat Arkansas, and that would be so exciting. If Oral Roberts beats Arkansas, I'm cheering for them. I mean, I'm already kind of, but that's exciting. You don't see that happen ever.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Oral Roberts. May you keep dancing.
We're making it exciting.
Yes, sir. Well, as much as we love to talk about upsets, there's still a couple of other teams left, namely Gonzaga, namely the team that's undefeated, namely the team that steamrolled over Norfolk State, yawned through Oklahoma, and now gets Creighton this week, who barely beat the Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara. Can anyone stop this team? They're so offensively powered, Cade. I know you chose them for your champ.
I picked them. Yeah.
What do you think about them so far, man? They're so good.
I mean, they're playing Creighton, I believe.
That's correct.
And I could see them rolling over them with not a ton of trouble. I mean, they just knocked out Oklahoma fairly easily, and I mean, they took whatever college.
Norfolk State.
Norfolk State.
Yeah.
We all knew they're going to keep going. I don't see them losing to Creighton because they're so consistent. And I don't see them losing to either USC or Oregon, whichever one makes it.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to roll over, and I think they're definitely in the Final Four.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with you. I honestly thought the only one on that side who could take him was maybe Iowa because Luka Garza is incredible and the rest of their team is so balanced. But
yep.
I think they knock off Creighton not with ease. I think after I mean, no offense to them, but I mean they had a really rough time in that first round, man. They had a tough go of it. And then, like you said, I think they knock off either USC or Oregon. I think USC will give them a harder time because they are just great shooters. They can put up points on you lightning fast. But so can Gonzaga. This is the team with the #1 offense in the nation in points per game. So I think Gonzaga is going to take it and roll to the Final Four as well. And the other 1 seeds there, Michigan and Baylor. What do you think about them, Cade? Michigan's taking on FSU. Who got to just destroy Colorado. And Baylor's got Villanova, who's done pretty well on offense so far. But then again, they played Winthrop and North Texas. So not exactly powerhouses. What do you think about the other 1 seeds?
For Michigan, I mean, I could see them going Final Four, and I definitely wouldn't be surprised. I think Baylor's going to beat Villanova. And sorry, Oral Roberts. If you beat Arkansas, Baylor's going to beat you. I think Baylor. I think all 3 of those 1 seeds are in the Final Four.
Wow.
Those teams have been consistent thus far, and unless some team just goes nuts and plays stupidly good defense against either Baylor or Michigan, they're OP.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. I think Michigan could have some trouble with Alabama. I think if they were going to face them, because Alabama is very, very good on offense. And then when it comes to Baylor, look, if Oral Roberts beats Arkansas and they meet him there, we'll get there when we get there. But Villanova is also very good on offense, so I'm not going to count them out. I think Michigan might have the hardest time out of the 3 1 seeds, but I think you're right. The chances are definitely slim. But there is one other side of bracket left that does not have a 1 seed because of my boys Loyola Chicago. Caedmon, what do you think about this side of bracket? And let's go into our question. Who do you have for the rest of it? We'll hold off on that one for a second. But Loyola, Oregon State, Syracuse, and Houston. That is a crazy combination. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know, man. I'm pulling for Syracuse. I want them to win. I've kind of always been like a sort of Syracuse fan once Wisconsin goes out. Okay. And I really want them to beat Houston. Gotcha. I don't know. For Loyola, Chicago, Oregon State, I'm going with Loyola because I live in Illinois and I have nothing against them, honestly. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Who do I think is going to win? I think Houston's going to take it, and I think Loyola is going to take it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Houston's looking good.
I agree with you. Houston is very, very good on offense. Very, very good. And Loyola, I've said before, they're extremely balanced on both offense and defense. They don't turn the ball over. They are #1 in the nation in, I believe, fewest points allowed. They're #1 in the nation in fewest points allowed. And granted, Houston leads the nation in field goal percentage as well. But still, I think both of them make it. And honestly, I'm not even saying this biased because I love Loyola, but I think they could knock off Houston. They already knocked off Illinois, who was the hottest team outside of Gonzaga coming into the tournament. So I totally think they could beat Houston, who struggled and barely was able to knock off Rutgers 63-60. Loyola is very balanced. They don't give up points on defense. This is the most fun I've had in March Madness since their last tournament run in the Final Four. So I think they move on and keep dancing, but this is definitely going to be the side of bracket to watch. So, Caedmon, who do you have for the rest of the tournament? You started with Gonzaga. Now we're 2 rounds in. What do you think? Who you got to make it all the way to the championship?
I still have Gonzaga. I like I said, I think they're going to knock off Creighton and the winner of USC Oregon. Yeah. And then I don't know, who would they play? Probably I'm saying Michigan, but I think they beat Alabama as well. I'm taking them to the finals. Baylor is looking really good.
They are.
And I don't know. Who would I taken? I had taken
I think it was Illinois on the other side of bracket.
Illinois on the other side. Yeah, and Illinois and Houston. So I think I'm going to stick with Baylor's. Baylor and Houston. Baylor and Houston.
Okay.
My final four are, let's go with
Zags.
Gonzaga, Michigan, Baylor, and Houston. That's my final four.
I got you. For me, at this point, I'm going to go Gonzaga as well. I think they definitely are going to make it, and also the championship. I'm worried about Michigan. I know they've looked good. I know they took down LSU very much. But Alabama, I think this week is going to be very, very telling. And Michigan is going up against a Florida State team that does not allow very many points. So I think Alabama does have a good chance of making it, but whoever gets there, I think Alabama wins. I think Baylor also makes it to the Final Four as well. I think Oral Roberts or Arkansas, I just don't know. Hey, if Oral Roberts beats Arkansas, you will see me cheering for the Golden Eagles. But still, I think statistically, Baylor's got a better chance. But I mean, look at where we are. Yeah. Statistics has not really done much for us in the bracket thus far. And, man, I'm rolling Loyola over Houston, man. I am taking them to the Final Four. Yes, sir. And depending on how they look these next 2 weeks, I might be having them taking the Natty. I might be giving them the national championship against Gonzaga. I'm so excited for them, man. I might have those two in my finals. I mean, Baylor's great as well, but, I mean, Loyola is hot when they need to be. But this is definitely the craziest one. So your Final Four, just review, is the Zags, Michigan, Baylor, and Houston. Mine right now is going to be Gonzaga. I'll go Michigan right now, but Alabama's really pushing out. I'll go Gonzaga, Michigan, Loyola, and Baylor for my Final Four as well.
Wow.
There we go. Any other predictions for us, Caedmon, before we head out?
No. But go Syracuse.
Right. Go Cuse. Okay, there you go. For me, like I already said, Loyola's going to take it. I think they make it to the Final Four. And go Golden Eagles. Go.
Well, I don't know if it's me or if it's AJ, but AJ has cut out, so it appears to be me. And you know what I'm going to end it with? All right. Well, I feel like we should wait for AJ, or I should wait for AJ to end this episode. So we will wait for AJ. Will Hupke says, best intro clip ever. Thank you, Will. That's great. All right. What should we do? You know what? Since I have nothing else to do and we are on the Allied Rival thing, Will Hupke, you know what I'm going to do? Let's review your bracket. All right, here we go. Will Hub. Hey, AJ Herschel's back.
Hey, sorry, my internet is whacked tonight, so I'm very sorry.
Hey, you good, man? What were you saying about Oral Roberts? That's kind of when you cut out.
Just keep dancing, man. That's all I was saying. Please keep dancing.
Hey, well, I played our outro video.
Awesome.
And, AJ, you got anything else?
Nope, that's everything for us. I think I'm good. Right. Thanks, Will, for coming in, and Lightning Bauer. It's always great to have you guys with us.
Yes, sir. All right, well, that wraps us up, and we'll see you guys next time on the one and only Allied Rivals podcast.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
See ya. Good luck with y'all's brackets.
Yes, sir.
Ramble on, everybody.